I blocked you, even though I know you was gonna go to Atlanta, and I was like, I didn't want to know what you was doing out there. I told you I blocked. I don't care. You're lame.
I ain't never met none that I left went up.
Briefly, it felt as if the storm had finally burned out. The noise faded. The streams went dark and the crowd drifted elsewhere. Cardi B and Offset, hip-hop's most volatile pairing, disappeared from view. Then, without warning, a single podcast moment ripped everything back open again. Because this saga proves one brutal rule. When it comes to them, endings are illusions. Everything reignited when Offset took a seat on the Joe Budden podcast and chose words no one was braced to hear. He delivered a sentence that detonated online panic. Calmly he said, "None that I left went up." No shouting. No build-up. Just stated like a statistic everyone should already know. He leaned back afterward, unfazed, as though he hadn't just pulled the pin and watched the internet explode. Every silence now feels loaded, every pause dangerous, and everyone waits knowing the next revelation could destroy whatever peace remains, forever completely.
When it comes to my marriage, I don't have the perfect marriage. Y'all know what it is. I got my vices. Offset got his vices. We're not perfect. But one thing for sure is I'm richer. I'm successful at fuck in my career. I got beautiful kids. When it comes to my marriage, I don't got the perfect marriage. But one thing I have, I got a nigga that steps 10 toes behind me on everything.
But those words didn't land like empty gossip. Instantly, listeners began stitching clues together. Quiet nods toward the Super Bowl surfaced. Slick, sideways remarks about Stefon Diggs slipped in. The jabs felt intimate, too precise to be coincidence. Nothing about it seemed careless. Nothing felt unplanned. This wasn't noise. This carried intent.
It's over with. Offset officially won because Cardi B broke up with Stefon Diggs after the Patriots lost. And supposedly they broke up because he had his other females pull up to the Super Bowl. So it's looking like she really done with him. That's part of the reason why Cardi B ended up leaving the Super Bowl early. She also took a major loss after she spent $1.2 million on the after party for Stefon that neither one of them attended.
To grasp why that sentence cut so deep, you have to rewind. Because Cardi B and Offset were never a simple love story. They married in secret in 2017, and almost immediately, whispers of betrayal began leaking out. Offset later confessed to cheating, pointing fingers at fame, temptation, the lifestyle, anything but the mirror. Then in 2018, he crashed Rolling Loud, her own stage, carrying flowers and desperation, apologizing publicly before thousands, pleading for forgiveness in real time. And Cardi, against logic and warning signs, opened the door again. She loved hard, and she trusted what they were building. So when Offset said, "None that I left went up," the internet spiraled. And it wasn't wrong too, because the woman he meant had transformed into a Grammy winner, a multi-platinum force, a global headliner owning stages worldwide. And almost simultaneously, she stood before millions at the Super Bowl halftime show, the pinnacle of American entertainment. Not going up? Cardi B didn't rise, she soared. The clip spread like fire because the nerve behind it was undeniable. Cardi saw it. She heard it. And like she always does when respect is crossed, she went live. No handlers. No polish. Just her, the camera, and raw truth.
Even though I know you was going to go to Atlanta, and I was like, I didn't want to know what you was doing out there. I told you, I blocked. I don't care. You're lame. And them is lame too. None of them. But you. I regret you. I'm too good for you. I've always been too good for you.
She spoke about years of damage, mornings shattered by rumors, screenshots claiming Offset stepped out every time he landed back in Atlanta, and the nonstop embarrassment that trailed her, even while she carried his children. She confessed she blocked him simply to save her sanity. That was a woman stretched beyond endurance, finally exposing the true price of loving him. Because those explosions weren't only emotional, they spilled into real consequences. Cardi filed for divorce in 2020, then hesitated and reunited. But the loop kept spinning. In 2023, Offset accused Cardi of cheating on Instagram, only to erase it moments later. Too late. The receipts were already everywhere. Cardi clapped back, and fans who'd defended Offset for years finally flipped. People started saying it openly. This is karma. This is the moment a relationship forged in chaos turns on itself and demands payment.
Finalize the divorce?
Not yet.
Okay, so it's not
Still
finalized.
going through it.
Do you want it to be finalized?
I'm ready to be over it, for it to be over it, yeah.
Really?
Just so, just for both of us, I feel like that be a louder story than what we really love to do, which is music and art. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying that. Not none towards her. It's it blinds
It blinds the people to what we are to the people, which is our artists. Two of us being superstars.
Cardi went live once more, and this time she labeled Offset lame. One word, for letters, yet the impact was crushing because it came from the same woman who once defended him, wept over him, and rebuilt their bond again and again. Lame carried years of letdowns in a single breath. She said she regretted the relationship. She said she always knew she was worth more. This wasn't theatrics. This was a woman finally emptying everything she'd been forced to swallow for years. By 2024, Cardi officially filed for divorce again. Their daughter Blossom was born during this brutal chapter, deepening the emotional weight of an already suffocating moment. Yet, even as her private world splintered, Card's career kept rising. Trophies, stages, collaborations. She refused to be reduced to her pain. Then 2025 arrived with a twist no one predicted. Cardi went public with NFL star Stefon Diggs. The relationship was confirmed. She became pregnant and welcomed a baby boy in November 2025. She appeared steadier, lighter, more at peace. For a second, it truly felt like a new beginning. Then Super Bowl weekend hit, and everything unraveled in plain sight. Cardi performed at the halftime show, a defining achievement. She had credentials, inner circle access, and during the game she posted "I love you," seemingly aimed at Diggs. The internet reacted instantly and violently. Blogger Tasha K dropped alleged receipts tying Pre to Diggs. Whispers spread that Diggs had planned to propose before the night veered off course. Reports resurfaced linking him to his ex Sky Marlene. Then came the unmistakable signal that something had collapsed. Cardi and Diggs unfollowed each other on Instagram. In 2025, that is the announcement. Within hours, 50 Cent was clowning the situation online. Reddit erupted and blogs chased every new fragment. The Super Bowl weekend meant to crown Cardi instead twisted into something darker. And suddenly, Offset's podcast words were replayed with new meaning. The timing felt almost unreal. He had dropped sharp comments about the Super Bowl and said Stefon Diggs out loud. And now Cardi was at the Super Bowl tangled in controversy tied directly to Diggs. As the internet spiraled, questions flooded in. Was this deliberate? Did Offset already know? Was he setting traps in advance? There's no proof, but his silence only amplified the theories. Then the narrative took a darker turn. A woman named Selena Powell alleged Offset had issued direct threats towards Stefon Diggs, with supposed FaceTime recordings spreading online. No charges have been confirmed, yet the claims injected real fear into an already volatile story. More rumors followed, including that Offset allegedly missed their daughter's birth. Then came the shocker. He briefly implied Cardi's new baby could be his, pointing to their unfinished divorce. Cardi called it harassment. The internet called it deranged. A fake AI video targeting Cardi went viral. Somehow, reconciliation rumors resurfaced. New theories popped up daily. Through all the noise, Cardi made one move louder than any live stream. She bought a $500,000 Audemars Piguet watch. She showed it. She framed it as self-love, a declaration, a reminder that she would be fine. She refused to sit in the fallout of other people's decisions. She chose herself, her children, her art, her future. This story is about pride and passion colliding, about what happens when two wounded people try to build love under a global spotlight. Both are hurt. Both made irreversible choices. Both are still standing. Now it's on you. Are Cardi and Diggs finished for good? Were Offset's podcast words strategic or careless? And is peace even possible here? Drop your thoughts below. I want to know where you stand. If you're new, subscribe, because when the next chapter hits, you'll want to witness it. Like, share, and stay locked in.